Hi Taos County, this is reporter John Miller with a preview of what you can expect to see in this week's paper. First up in the news, reporter Cody Hooks takes a look back at the Bonita Fire, a wildfire sparked by a lightning strike in the western reaches of the Carson National Forest. The weather, time, personnel, and money were just right for the U.S. Forest Service to coax that fire into thousands of acres, a way to return a natural rhythm of low-burning fires to the landscape. While the strategy isn't altogether new, it's only been in the last few years that it's been used on the Carson. Cody looks at why that is and what the change in federal policy means for our forests and watersheds here in northern New Mexico. We also take a look at the issue of running red lights and stop signs in Taos. Sitting at any red light in town will give drivers the opportunity to catch a red light runner, but just how often are these drivers ticketed or getting into accidents at these intersections? Also in the news, a Taos resident was excited to turn 21 so she could apply for legal status for her Mexican immigrant parents, but proposed legislation in Congress to change immigration policy could prevent the college student from doing so, leaving the family in limbo. And reporter Jesse Moya was able to swing by Rancho's Presbyterian Church for their 125-year anniversary Sunday. Members of the church celebrated the history of the small community congregation with memories, music, food, and dance, and are hopeful for the future of their church. On the crime beat, we recap a chaotic incident that began last Friday along Camino de Santiago in Taos, in which police officers attempting to serve a bench warrant for Jeremy Badhand, a Taos resident, encountered the man holding a gun to his head and a knife under his neck, threatening suicide. Badhand fled, sparking off a chase across Paseo del Pueblo Sur, where the suspect was arrested. During the incident, a Taos County Sheriff's deputy crashed into a vehicle along the same road. The deputy was, quote, banged up but okay, said Taos County Sheriff Jerry Hogriff. However, an update on the condition of the woman involved in the accident has not been released. Also on Friday, Patrick Medina, 21, of Penasco, died during a two-vehicle car crash along Highway 75 near mile marker 16. The driver of the vehicle, Anthony Sanchez, 21, also suffered injuries and was transported to University of New Mexico Hospital in Albuquerque. The driver of the second vehicle, Gregory Mascarenas, a Utah resident, and two passengers were treated at Holy Cross Hospital. And in history, last week, intern reporter Harrison Blackman took you through some fascinating stories of years past, including a gorge bridge inspection, ancient petroglyphs, and Taos High School's delayed 1967 opening. This week, we've got a story about an Earthship bonanza, a missing girl, and a snobby opera review. In Tempo this week, the cover story is on the annual Music from Angel Fire, a classical music festival, which begins this weekend and features concerts and presentations from Taos to Las Vegas and Raton. We're also covering the big two-day show headlined by Colorado's Leftover Salmon at Taos Mesa Brewing. This promises to be a hot ticket in Taos. Speaking of hot tickets, Larry Joe Taylor's Hot Chili Days and Cool Mountain Nights Country Music Festival and Chili Cook-Off in Red River also looks like a place to be. Taos County has a little bit of everything, including a new summer wine festival in Taos Ski Valley, a colorful studio tour in Cuesta, and a fundraising carnival to help prevent suicides. There's a lot more, including movies, arts, and entertainment briefs, and the best calendar of events around. In Lifestyles, our new edition of Health and Fitness runs this week, with a feature focusing on a big plan to create a network of trails around Taos County, making it easy for residents to get out and walk or bike for their health. Proponents hope the trail will ultimately help doctors prescribe walking for health, instead of just prescription drugs. And columnist Ellen Wood reminds us that what we think has a big impact on our health. This week in sports, Taos Tiger football is highlighted as they prepare for the start of the 2017 season. Also, keep an eye out for fall sports schedules. In weather, sunny skies with highs in the low 80s and lows in the high 40s should take us through the end of the week, giving way to slightly cooler temperatures and rain showers at the beginning of next week. That'll do it for this week's preview. Make sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter, and visit our website for breaking news updates. Other than that, enjoy the weekend, Taos.